Welcome to Korean Cinema Channel. Today I would like to send you the following news. November 19th, 0:01 a.m. The moment the fantasy short drama Eternal Peace in My Heart dropped, the entire internet exploded like someone had lit a match in a room full of fireworks. 12 hours, that's all it took for the platform's heat index to smash past 3 million. Hundreds of bullet comments flew across the screen every single second, so many that the servers actually stuttered and begged for mercy. Netizens posted screenshots at 4 a.m. with the caption, "I haven't slept, that my soul has ascended." Wang Haozhen and Yiying, the two leads, set the screen on fire. He placed Song Hae-in, the last heir of the Nua clan, cold as moonlight on frost, yet carrying a heart that has waited 10,000 years. She is Susuyan, a human girl whose life is slipping away like sand, yet whose smile is brighter than sunrise. Drop of blood, one ancient contract, and two souls are bound forever. The wardrobe kiss, the bathtub confrontation. Every frame is lethal in the dim light of the closet. He corners her against the hanging coats, voice low and dangerous. "You think you can run from a blood bond older than the stars?" She lifts her chin, eyes glittering with tears and defiance, and whispers, "Then stop running from me." Next second, he kisses her like a drowning man finally reaching air. Quotes fall like rain. The whole internet screamed into their pillows. Later, in the steaming bathtub scene, water ripples, candlelight flickers, and she traces the ancient runes on his chest with trembling fingers. "You're dying," he says, voice cracking for the first time in centuries. "Then let me love you while I still can." She swears, and pulls him under the water with her. Millions of viewers forgot how to breathe. Yiying's reverse flirting has officially broken the sweet pet genre. She doesn't wait to be kissed, she steals kisses like a bandit queen. She cries, but her tears are weapons. She's soft, yet every smile feels like she's signing your death warrant with honey. Netizens are calling it sweet enough to rot your teeth, sharp enough to stab your heart. Right now, the tag is still trending #1. Couples are recreating the wardrobe scene in their own closets. Single people are crying into instant noodles, typing, "Where is my immortal heir who will trade 10,000 years for 30 of mine?" If you haven't watched it yet, cancel your plans, lock the door, turn off the lights. Let Song Hae-in and Susuyan ruin you from mortality forever, because once you fall into this drama, is no crawling out, only sinking deeper, breath by breath, kiss by kiss, until your heart whispers the same thing theirs do. "Even if the heavens fall, even if my body turns to ash, I will love you safely, every year, forever." Go. The wardrobe is waiting. He is porcelain and he is blade, both in the same breath. Daylight finds Song Hae-in in a white coat, bent over a Ming vase shattered 500 years ago. The drill in his hand is only 0.3 millimeters thinner than a lie, and the world holds its breath while he glues time back together. His fingers are scarred now, the left index finger missing a pale crescent of skin where the adhesive once devoured him alive. He never told the director it hurt. He simply changed the gauze, bowed, and kept restoring, because broken things deserve someone who refuses to let go. At night the white coat comes off and the venom comes out. Headphones on, camera red, username Juan not nice, glowing neon. He drags terrible players the way ancient poets drag corrupt officials, slowly, elegantly, until they beg for mercy in the chat. A million viewers spam hearts while he smirks and calls someone human-shaped garbage. They think they're watching a cold god. They don't know the god is bleeding behind the screen, counting the days until the girl he loves turns to dust. Then episode 12 happens. Rain. Hospital corridor. Fluorescent lights flickering like dying stars. Susuyan's hand slips from his, weak, cold, saying goodbye without words. Song Hae-in, the man who has survived the fall of empires, collapses, hits the floor on his knees, palm scraping tile, voice shredded into something human for the first time in 10,000 years. "Don't let go. I'm begging you." His eyes are red, not from special effects, but because Wang Haozhen cried for real in take after take until the director himself was sobbing behind the monitor. That single frame, his trembling fingers clutching hers, tears hanging but never falling, broke the Chinese internet in half. Weibo crashed for 17 minutes. The hashtag lived at #1 for 4 straight days. Someone slowed the clip to 0.03 speed and discovered that when she whispers "I'm sorry," his shoulders cave inward like a temple finally surrendering to centuries of wind. He abandoned his old acting crutch, the dramatic furrowed brow everyone copied, and weaponized silence instead. The moment she kisses him without warning in episode 7, the camera lingers just long enough to catch it. The tips of his ears ignite scarlet, traveling down his neck like spilled wine. Fans turned it into a religion rain by frame breakdowns, 100 slide PowerPoints, university theses titled Semiotics of the Immortal Blush. Grown adults learned video editing just to zoom in on that half-second of surrender in the styling help us. The styling black suits cut so sharp they could slice moonlight, cuffs trimmed with delicate lace, monk and demon sharing the same sleeve. The costume department said they wanted celibate but corruptible. They got a walking contradiction that made the entire internet whisper, "He's giving soft fragile wife energy in a 1.88 meters assassin's body." The phrase trended for a week. Wang Haozhen didn't just enter the delicate beauty lane, he kicked the door down and sat on the throne. Now every night at 3 a.m., someone somewhere rewinds the kneeling scene, volume at max, just to hear that cracked "Don't let go again." We are ruined, we are grateful, we are lining up to have our hearts shattered by a man who can rebuild a 1,000-year-old vase but cannot rebuild the 30 years she has left. Wang Haozhen didn't act the role, he let the role hollow him out and live inside the cavity, and we, foolish mortals, keep pressing play, keep offering our throats to the same beautiful wound, because some pain is too sweet to refuse. Don't let go, we won't, never, not as long as that red-eyed immortal is still begging. 9 years apart, and the screen has never felt this small. 25-year-old Hae-in stands on tiptoe, grabs 34-year-old Wang Haozhen by the collar, and drags an immortal down to mortal height. That single motion, her fingers twisting his lapel, heel lifting, eyes blazing with "You are mine now," became the most replayed 3 seconds in Chinese internet history. The wardrobe kiss wasn't even in the script. She just decided the new heir had waited 10,000 years and deserved to be stolen, not asked. The director kept the take where she breaks the kiss, bites her lip, and lets out the tiniest smug burr like a kitten who got the cream. 50 million people tried the Susuian reverse flirt challenge, 50 million people failed. There is only one Susuian to look like someone with only 30 years left to burn. Yiying lost 5 kilos but refused to dim her eyes. In the bathtub scene, a single water droplet clings to her lashes for exactly 1.8 seconds before it falls. Cinematographers call it movie-grade texture, hormones call it cardiac arrest. Grown adults have written poems to that droplet. The production threw money at reality like it was offended by green screen. 1 million yuan to build a real restoration studio. Dozens of museum-grade replica antiques flown in from Jingdezhen. Every suit on Wang Haozhen's body cost more than a car. The lace cuffs alone could buy you a down payment. The necklace Susuian never takes off. Second brushers noticed its pattern matches the blood contract tattoo that blooms across Song Hua Ichuan's heart when he finally says "I love you." The props department didn't tell the actors. The actors didn't need to be told. Their bodies just knew. Low saturation filters made every frame look like it was shot inside a 1,000-year-old porcelain kiln, dust floating, light soft, heartbreak sharp. The theme song, produced by the guy who writes for every award ceremony, hit #1 on every chart within 6 hours. Hae-in's tiny pearl earring sold out in 42 minutes. The manufacturer had to emergency airlift 3 factories worth of stock on November 19. 8 short dramas drop 8 swallow them all before breakfast. Dublin opening score 8.9. Industry panels started throwing around the phrase short drama cinematization like it was a new religion. Stock prices rose. Executives prayed. Other production companies raided every fantasy IP shelf inside Hangzhou. A platform tightened its rules 3 times in 2025, strangling garbage scripts in their cribs. Suddenly logic mattered. Tears had to be earned. Audiences between 25 and 35, people with jobs, mortgages, and still functioning hearts, made up 70% of the views. They no longer tolerated cardboard acting, they wanted to be ruined properly. Meanwhile, Wang Haozhen was on his 3rd consecutive drama in 3 months, pawn shop psychic, French-speaking diplomat, now immortal porcelain restorer. The man changes faces the way others change coats. Hae-in walked in demanding real cotton pajamas because no dying girl wears silk to bed, then improvised half their lines until the script supervisor gave up and just followed her around with a recorder. 2 weeks of table reads. 14 days of the two of them finishing each other's sentences until the director said the characters were no longer acting, they were breathing through the actors' lungs. And somewhere in a server farm, the playback counter keeps spinning. 30 billion views across the industry this year. 8,000 new premium titles greenlit, costs up 30-fold since 2022, all because one girl stood on tiptoe, grabbed an immortal by the soul, and whispered, "Burr, don't you dare let go first. We didn't, we never will." The wardrobe is still open, the water droplet hasn't finished falling, and 10,000 years suddenly feels too short. Thank you for watching my channel. See you in the next videos. Thanks.